Hey guys, what's up? We're here with Wes. He's one of the competitors at the event this past weekend. We're here at the official first ever. I've been having trouble with this all week. So, World Freshwater Spearfishing Championships, first ever of its class, of its kind, and Wes is here. Already getting the party started. um, how was it for you? How was it? Have you hunted striper before? Yes, right?
I've had a lot of hunts with striper.
Tell us about
like this.
your most unique striper kill.
The second to last, the last one in Arkansas was really good. I got a 45-pounder.
Nice.
I normally get a stone shot, so it's a lot. They're usually not very eventful, but this was I don't know. It probably took 20 minutes to get it in, so
nice.
That's very rare for a striper. Usually you just spine them and they're done. But
nice.
Not that interesting.
So how was day one? Day one was strictly striper bass hunting, and how did you feel about that day?
Terrible.
Yeah?
It was long, 100+ dives a day for 4 fish.
Wow.
And I think I only saw 6.
Oh.
So there was 2 that got away, and even the guys who did well didn't do that good.
Yeah, it's like the best, the most fish on day one were it was 6, right?
7.
7.
Somebody got 7.
Somebody got 7 striper. Everybody else had you were doing pretty good if you had 5. Right?
Yeah.
Actually, more than pretty good. And some people just didn't get any. So
yeah.
And the funny thing was, a lot of people were seeing them the next day, when it was carp day. So.
I didn't see very many more yesterday.
Yeah. How was day 2 for you? Day 2 was strictly carp fishing. It was just let's go back to day 1. Day 1 was 3 points per striper.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were in the striper, you could generate yourself a nice lead. But then it was back to carp, and carp were only 1 point each. So it didn't matter what weight it was. The only time weight mattered was if you tied with somebody, then your biggest fish would be the tiebreaker. So how'd you do on carp?
First shot of the day, my gun went. I still love the gun. It's Omir Cayman. I still love the guns, but it's 6 years old.
Oh, okay, cool.
And once I got it re-rigged and everything, got another gun re-rigged, I was able to get in and get some fish. But it was a slow morning all in all, but in the afternoon I closed in on a lot of fish.
Nice. Nice. That's cool. Nice. Well, thanks for jumping on here for a sec. So what we're going to do, guys, I know some of you, we're getting ready to start. We're starting in about 6 minutes. But I'm going to see if I can get some more people to come on here and talk about their experience. Don, you want to talk about your experience for a second?
Supposed to be over in your booth?
Come on down.
Oh, I see. These are self-pictures.
No. It's a live video broadcast.
No.
So hey guys, this is Don. Don was the official weighmaster of the event, and how'd you feel it went? How'd you feel it went?
I thought it went very good, except for all of us old guys. They were pretty tired. The tournament went very well. It was about 2/3 of what I thought it would be.
Wow. Okay.
I thought the winner would have
Okay.
and the average would be 50.
Yeah, right.
I missed, but the big fish I hit almost right on.
Oh, nice.
23.5.
Nice. That's cool. Awesome. Cool. So, what'd you do to get your team going? Your team organized? You guys have a lot of pre-meetings?
I didn't have a team. Oh, just my team. Yeah, we organized that morning.
Okay, cool.
On the beach. Set it up. No, move this over there. Move this over there. But I think the second day we clicked a little bit. The biggest problem we had was keeping spectators out.
Yeah, it was people with cameras, right?
And you put up the flags and they don't care.
All right.
Next time it's going to be electric fence all the way around.
Nice. That's cool. So day 1 we had a ton of wind out of nowhere. It just got super windy and blew all the easy ups away.
That's an understatement.
Yeah,
we were
right?
blowing canopies off the ground. We had a person on each leg of the canopy trying to hold it to the ground. Boats were getting stranded. And
that's right.
They had to send a rescue boat out to get somebody.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Wow. It was pretty bad. Out of nowhere. It was perfectly calm, and then what time was it when the wind picked up?
As soon as we started winning.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Right as soon as we started winning. 45 knots.
Yeah, but Don got like the kinks worked out of the operation, and by the time we got to the carp day, which is day 2, they had their system going. It was nice. Fish count down the table was really good.
I'd like to have had more fish. We were set for it.
Yeah, that we definitely set up for our
First day was.
A lot of us wish we had more fish.
Yeah, I don't know what happened because I heard there were a lot of fish. And yet, I know.
Right. That's funny. Cool. Awesome.
Anyway,
Thanks for stopping by. This is cool.
okay.
You want to sit later and have like you could be like
I don't care.
Cool. Nice.
I'll let you go now.
See you, Don.
Adios. See you later.
Later. Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's cool. Awesome. That was Don Barkman. Don is has been his team back. I think I can't remember the exact year. It's on one of our podcasts. He won the team world comp. Like they won team world comps back in like the I want to say 70s.
All right.
Amazing guy.
More interesting than that, I was told he got bit by a great white shark.
Yeah,
Ask him
that's
about-
on
Is it
the
true?
podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. If you guys want to listen to that story plus like all of the what it was like to dive back in those days, it was amazing.
Or
you
be
guys-
bit by a great white
Yeah,
shark.
being bit by a great shark.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah, go tune into the Spear podcast. Here, I'll put it up for you guys. It'll be where's it? Here's some links for you guys to check out. I'm gonna start swooping in. But yeah, it's a crazy experience, right?
Oh, it's
Have you ever been?
talent from all these guys
Yeah.
coming from Russia,
Yeah.
South Africa. I mean, these guys, they're not just weekend warriors. That's all they do.
It's so crazy. I mean, to travel to a different country, not
That's
just like a different
commitment.
state. Yeah, that's commitment. Yeah, that's good. And the cool thing about it was that the guys that like it wasn't like just dominated by the Americans.
No,
Yeah, it
the
was
South
like-
Africans
yeah,
did really well.
Yeah, that's cool. Like it was like fair competition. Everybody's got the same amount of scout days, and it's like, okay, whoever's gonna dive the hardest is gonna, right, or whatever. Yeah. Anyway, cool. All right, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip it back to the. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave this camera angle or a different angle so I can go run around and find someone else to come and jump in the hot seat and interview with us for a little bit. All right. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna put you guys on the. I don't know. I'll put you guys on the front. You guys can look at the podium for a little bit. So just hang out. We'll be right back, and you'll be able to hear this like room just kind of talk. So I'll be right back.
Главное, индивидуально я занял 27 место. Мастер индивидуально. Я благодарен за сегодня. Такого еще попробовать возьмем. Поэтому смотреть внимательно. Все, я смотрю по протоколу. Я ничего не забираю. Успокойся. Каждому дадут по протоколу. Не волнуйся ты. Дальше смотри. Все, люди, кому-то с полоборота. Совсем что ли? А? Я не кричу, что ли? Не кричу. Я же по-русски кричу. Детско-39, у меня 42-е. Любимая меня. Да. Вот. Как хорошо.
So, hey guys, we're back. I'm talking to Elijah Lai. He's in Team Hawaii, right?
Yes.
How'd you do?
I came first place youth, and me and my uncle Bruce got first place mixed team.
Oh,
And
nice.
I came 12.
Nice. How'd you feel day one went?
Day one was kind of frustrating. I mean, I couldn't find it. We went to our spots that we seen like balls of striper, and then we went to the day of the tournament, and nothing was there. So we kind of had to improvise and really try to look for random spots.
Right.
And I ended up picking up 4, and I thought there's no way that's enough. And it ended up being more than enough, I guess.
Right, because it was like a super low fish count on the first day. Yeah. Perfect. What about day 2? Did that work out as you thought it was gonna work out?
No, actually, that same thing happened. And day 2, I seen a huge ball of striper, like 20 of them. It's crazy how things work out like that.
Yeah.
And the carp, our first spot I jumped in, I seen like count one carp. That's the only carp I seen in one spot. So kind of do the same thing and just improvise it. Ended up getting about 39 carp and enough to win it. So.
Nice. That's awesome. Cool. So we'll have the full-on award ceremony after we have a couple speakers, including Terry Maas. So stay tuned, guys. It's gonna be fun. If you want to share this with your friends, get more people to watch it. It's spearotv.com/live, and we actually have a chat going too. The chat will be. If you guys get onto that page, we'll have a chat window for you guys. I'll be able to see what you guys are typing back and forth. So yeah, jump on there and check it out. So let's see, what are your overall thoughts of fishing like Mead?
Oh, it was fun. I mean, diving in any lake is so much fun because the carp don't move. You don't have to stop the fish. You just lie down and wait for them to come to you.
Nice.
I mean, in Hawaii, it's a lot
More active.
Moving. You got like 100-foot fish.
Oh yeah.
So you gotta really lay down and stuff. And then over here it's just, and it plus it's a different species to shoot that you're not gonna be able to shoot in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, that's true. But there's a lot, especially on carp day. There's so many fish. There's so many, a lot of trigger time, right?
Yeah.
So you have time to dial in your setup. It's just pretty much practice your aim.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
So you're taking long shots, short shots.
Taking mostly short shots. Like one of the shots I took, I drove down in the murk and go up to my hands, and I was like, oh, it's probably nothing here. Everyone was about to go up and see this large big ear right in front of me, and I was got the carp. I just got it. And it was a big carp.
Nice. Awesome. Cool. That's awesome. Well, thanks for jumping on here with me for a little bit, dude. That was fun. Guys, we'll be right back. I'm gonna put you back to the front view so you get to see the podium, and stay tuned. We'll be starting soon. And if we don't start soon, I'll be back here with another hot seat interview. So, keep going. Yeah. All right. Just back there. And this podium.
You got your whole little professional.
It's going. It's going. It's good, yeah.
You're awesome. Are you watching right now?
Other camera. Chelsea.
Wait, which one? That one?
Nice.
What does it do? Right on, dude.
I'm gonna get you in a second. So I want you to talk a little bit about your experience too.
Oh, when do you want?
I'll come get you in a second.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up a chair at that table.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Or anywhere. Like this is your little.
No, you can see it. Yeah.
I'm gonna steal one of these chairs.
All right, we're back. So we're broadcasting live, and what I'll do with this video is like I'll cut it up if I have to later on for a good edit. But so tell us a little bit about your day one experience.
Well, day one was exciting. We had a fast boat. You know, I got one of the juniors as my partner in the mix, and we just like kind of led all the other boats, you know, with all that anticipation of getting some fish.
Yeah.
But our first location, we get down there, and there's absolutely no stripers. So it's very stressful at the same time. But the whole time I'm thinking to myself, we can't even get a fish. We're falling behind here, but evidently nobody else was.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And my partner actually had a couple, and he had about 6 sightings. I only had 3, but we managed to get 7 out of there by the end of the day, so we got really lucky.
Yeah, you guys were the highest scoring team for stripers. So the highest score for stripers was 7 guys, and people that was stressful, I think, right? Because you're probably looking at the clock, wondering like, man, where's everybody at?
Absolutely, and because there are 3 points per fish,
Yeah.
it's really hard to make up. Like with the carp, the next day being 1 point.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, once somebody gets to a good lead with striper, and they shoot a ton of carp just to keep up, that'll make up that difference. Right. So
It's
cool.
a huge problem.
Yeah.
It's best you get a lot of stripers, and then you can rest them.
Right, exactly. Or just like, yeah. What I noticed, I was actually a captain of one of the boats, and
He's got you gambling.
It's not even on, dude. It's
Oh.
practicing for you. This is all Richie's next. He's the real deal.
I don't know, it's like asking like their boats right here and they're coming by.
Right.
And so like Calvin's talking, it's GoPro in it. And Wes is like, what are you doing? I was like, oh yeah.
Did
I'm
you?
luring the shit out of this.
Nice. You got to.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's losing. I was like, what the fuck? Why is he diver? I'm like, yeah.
that's funny. That's funny. I lost track. Oh yeah, day 2.
Yes.
Day 2 was carp day, and mind you, sorry to remind you guys that like the end of day 1 was, I guess, got super windy, got crazy wind. So I think that might have changed things, right?
Yes.
I got to be a captain on one of the boats, and the second day, I was seeing stripers like crazy, like
Right.
on the boat. I was seeing
Right.
like the
Yeah.
ripples
So
and stuff.
on that second day, my first drop, I was in a ball of stripers. And it was just unbelievable. At least 100 of them following me. What made it even worse is like as I was drifting on the ledge of the small island, it followed me for 5 drops.
Oh.
So I could have picked off so many. And then I ran into another ball 20 minutes later. I was like, what the heck's
that's
going on? It's frustrating too.
Yeah.
I just wanted to shoot him to say I had a striper.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. That's cool. And then, what was your strategy if you want to share it for like for the striper version? Oh, you're ready to start, guys. I'm gonna cut over to Mike real quick. Wait.
Things you should think about. Number 1, there's a raffle over here. If you'd like to get in it, all these items will be raffled off. If you have not met the famous Jay Wright or Terry Maas, they are right over here. Please come by. Terry's giving away one of his free diving vests on a free raffle for somebody who will use it. Competitive diver. So please come over, meet Terry, and sign up for the raffle here. Also, the fish on your table are not for you to eat or shoot. The ladies want them back, so don't abuse the fish, please. Not this evening.
All right, guys, we're back. That was Mike giving us a heads up. Now you know what the timeline is. So yeah, that was cool. So day 2, looking for carp. If you want to share, what was your like strategy?
My strategy was just to
Start finding
slaughter the heck out of them. And we had 2 game plans, but we picked the wrong one. So
Okay,
we started out as a deficit. I mean, everybody has their own reasons, but ours wasn't good. So for the first hour, I think I had 3 fish. Stressed again. But the original place that we wanted to go in the beginning, we came back later in the day and made up a lot of pieces, which put us in the ball game. So we were pretty cool about that. But had we gone there in the beginning, it would have been a different story.
Did you dive here in 2014?
I did not. I think it was 2013.
2013, right? Yeah. I was here 2013, and it seemed like there was just tons more fish then. And I think it was because of the temperature.
You're absolutely right. So it was warmer. They did it in August, and now we're in May. It's quite a bit cooler.
Yeah.
And they didn't. They only had to do one stretch, and they got 100
Okay,
pieces.
Dennis Hostler just said, "Hey." I guess I had to Dennis. It's a little bit lag.
What's up, brother Dennis? I'm glad you weren't here. I would have been one more down.
Nice. That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah. So that's cool. Thanks for sharing that with us. That's cool. Awesome. So yeah. Cool. All right, guys.
Choo choo choo. Go Kona. Dennis, see you later.
Yeah, Dennis, stick around. I'll be broadcasting the whole thing, so it should be fun. As long as my Wi-Fi holds up and my battery doesn't die.
Right. Thanks.
Thank you. All right, guys, I'm gonna put you guys back up towards the podium, and there's gonna be people just walking around. You guys can hang out, and I'll be right back when I find someone else to talk to for a sec. All right? Stay tuned.
It's good to see you. Sorry.
Testing on that right
Mr. Wright, how are you? I'm Keith Special. I'm a big fan.
Yours. Ready? Sit the thing right here, okay? Okay. Alex? Okay. Adrian. Oh, perfect. You guys? I'll bring it back to the camera. I'm asking you guys about can we mention? Of course. You can mention anything you want. You can mention yeah, mention. Wait, but you guys are
Beautiful.
Bam! 2 for 1. Wait, we do all fit? Now let me move the camera back a little bit. Okay, guys, we're here with the team from Bahamas. This is Alex and Adrian, and we're going to talk about their experience at Freshwater Worlds 2017. So, let's start with Alex. What was day one like for you?
Day one of the competition was nerve-wracking. I was nervous. When we pulled out of the harbor, like our boat wasn't working. Like,
we were making 4 or 5 knots.
Yeah. So we were like, oh, we're gonna lose. We're gonna take forever to go to the spot. I just didn't know it. I was nervous.
So the whole time you limped along with a slow boat?
Yeah.
The whole day?
The whole day.
We dove like maybe 3 hours of diving.
Nice. That's like
3 hours travel diving.
I didn't know that. Well, okay. How'd you do? How many fish did you get?
I got 4 stripers on the first day.
That's still pretty good for having a limp boat. What was your impression of day one before without the boat issues?
It was pretty good overall. The water was a little dirty, it was cold, but we expected that. And overall, it was a good day.
Nice. So you guys are hunting differently than other guys here. Like a lot of the guys are using spear guns, right?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about how you guys were hunting and why you guys were hunting that way.
Because it's what we're used to. We pull up here for a while, so
pole spears and Hawaiian slings, that's the only thing you're allowed to hunt with in Bahamas?
Yeah, you can't use
all of these.
Okay, perfect. Cool. I knew that, but I just want to make sure that I heard from you guys.
Yeah.
That's cool. Day 2, carp day.
Are these the giveaway?
Yes. Did you have your boat fixed by day 2?
Yes,
Yeah,
thankfully, partially.
Yeah, it broke in the end.
It broke in the end?
Yeah, but it was good up to that. Like on the way back, it stopped working.
It was probably because all that carp was on there.
Yeah.
Nice. So, how'd you do?
The build stopped working too.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh, nasty. Alright, so how'd you do day 2?
Adrian, I couldn't equalize. I was sick the entire time here. I really put a lot of effort into the striper day, and I couldn't really dive the second day. So Adrian, 10. And I managed to shoot 8, but in the shallows, my entire day was 0.
You were snorkel spearing? Snorkeling? Spearing?
Basically, yeah.
Did you spit out your snorkel when you shot him?
Yeah, always.
That counts.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Awesome. Overall, what was your impression of the whole event?
It was fun.
Yeah?
It was really better than I expected.
Oh, better than you expected. That's good.
Freshwater was actually pretty fun. I didn't expect it to be as fun as it was, And all the competitors, everyone was really nice.
Oh, yeah?
It was a really good atmosphere.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was a very good introduction to the spearfishing competition.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys had a good time. So this is awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking the time to jump on here for a couple minutes and say what's up to everybody and give us your impression of what the competition was like. So yeah, thanks. All right, guys, we're gonna jump back to the podium view. You guys can check it out, and I'll be back with another interview in a sec. Thanks. Talk a little bit about your experience on interwebs. Hello. Oh, let me zoom this out a little bit. Fashion way. All right, guys, we're back. So, first, just tell me what did you guys dive as a team?
We did, yeah.
And individuals? Or just a team?
We're individuals.
Everybody's individuals on the team, right? Right. Cool. All right. Day 1, what was it like for you? This is striper day.
Day 1 was brutal.
Yeah?
Striper nowhere.
Yeah, on Wednesday we found like 3 spots where we got schooled on
By like
multiple
50
dives.
stripers.
I put a video on Instagram.
Nice.
Freshwater fish stripers.
Nice.
Second day, we show up there, like 2 carp.
Yeah, like no fish. Anyway.
Crazy.
And when you do see fish, they're so spooky because everybody else is hunting them.
Yeah.
They just turn and swim away.
So yeah, first day we went across the entire lake, pretty much from the very north of the boundaries all the way to the south, back and forth,
Just trying to find
jumping
fish.
all of our spots we had seen striper,
Oh.
even one. I pulled the trigger one time.
Did you land one?
Got one fish.
Oh, nice. There you go.
So
At
I
least you
got
didn't
one
miss the
shot.
opportunity. That's cool. And how'd you do on day one?
I got nothing.
Oh, all
I
right.
shot at 2, missed 2.
Oh, this is
I hit one, but it didn't stick.
I hit one, but not
Cool.
too skilled on.
Right? Oh, yeah. Cool. All right. Day 2. Day 2 carp day. How was that for you?
Day 2 was a lot better.
Yeah.
We got to our #1 spot on our list. There was nobody there. We got the full bins, so we spent the first 3 hours in the same cove. And it was almost every night.
Oh, nice.
Okay, 10-minute warning. Get raffle tickets, that's a good time. 2 shirts for sale over there.
So he's got the 10-minute warning for Mike, guys. So we'll be starting soon. Hang in there. And we're gonna come back to. We'll continue with sleeping in a second when Mike's done talking.
And Bob Paulson is in 4th place, thank you. Bob Manning is in 7th place. Those did not get listed. You drew a computer glitch. Also, if you've got time, please make it over here to see Terry Maas and sign up for the free diving disc. It's going to be one of those away. Terry's our guest speaker and will be on here in about 10 minutes. So have a drink, have something to eat, get comfortable. Hey, if you have seats that are open at your table, raise your hand if you have any seats open at your table. Are those 3 open? And taken? We have 5 seats up here. Where's my Australian guys that just came in? John, Gunther. We got 5 seats up here. If we got a group of 5 that need seats. Over here, guys.
All right, guys, we're back. Okay, we're gonna finish day 2, carp day. You guys had scouted a couple days before the competition. You found a cove you liked with tons of fish, or a lot of fish, and you were fortunate enough to have dibs on that on competition day. Cool. So how'd you do?
Yeah. Not as good as I thought, because a few days before I saw a lot more fish, but I get super anxious, so I scare the fish away. But I got like 20 out of that cove.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty
So,
good.
yeah, we spent the first 3 hours there. Was at I think 36 fish. So then the rest of the day we went to our other spots and it was like 1s and 2s. So we picked up 9 more fish the last half.
And I got 5.
Everything had been
That's cool.
everything had been
Pretty good.
chased off.
Yeah,
They put a lot of pressure on the fish.
that's cool. Yeah. Nice. So you guys dive in Utah, right?
Right.
So you guys are used to freshwater.
Right.
How is this lake different than the lakes we're used to diving in?
It's a little
A
clearer.
lot clearer.
Yeah.
So yeah, usually we have a little bit less visibility. Although our little boat is about 5 foot,
Right.
4 or 5 foot visibility, so we were right at home
Nice.
with the short guns. But
Nice.
it's apart from that, it's pretty similar.
That's cool.
A lot of
That's
same
awesome.
structure. Fishing and
Right.
carp are weird. They tend to behave a little differently in different lakes.
Yeah.
Lake to lake, but nothing super different.
Nice. Nice. Cool, guys. All right, we're going to go back to the podium view for you guys, and we're going to start soon, so hang in there. If you guys want to share it, go to speartv.com/live. Share that, retweet it, whatever you guys need to do. Call somebody on a rotary phone if you have to. All right, so we'll be right back. I'm going to go find some more interviewees, and but if we get interrupted before the show starts, we'll just go with the show, guys, so stay tuned.
If you borrowed lead, Ron, where's Ron hiding? Waterworld, where's my Waterworld guy? Anyways, if you borrowed lead, put it over here by the raffle area. I know a bunch of guys still owe Ron lead. If you borrowed lead from Ted, make sure it gets back to me. If you borrowed lead from me, make sure it gets back to me. Right over here by the raffle tickets. We got a lot of great raffle items, guys. So get some tickets.
quit my job at Terry I keep my cards in the card on the table. And then I
Sorry. You can take this one. You can take that one. Yeah. And then that one too.
How about this one?
Yeah, sure.
Sam.
All right, guys, we're back. We're back with Sam Maas. She actually shot the biggest women's carp at this event. So congrats on that.
Thank you
Cool.
very much.
Tell us a little bit about your day one experience.
Day one was kind of hilarious. We were so cold all day long, and we saw the striper. I had a couple of shots of the striper, and I missed two, and I had one tear off.
Oh.
So we were bummed. We were cold. We just found a nice warm rock to lay on for a while.
Oh, you took a break?
We took a long break before getting back into it, and it was good because it helped us get our heads together.
Well,
it was not a great day.
Yeah. So how was your day one fish count?
It was 0.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
No.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So then, did you have a plan going into day two?
Kill carp. Kill as many carp as we could.
And did you have time to scout?
No, actually, I came here with a sinus infection, so I couldn't even get in the water. Summer got here the day before the tournament.
Okay, cool.
So we were weighing it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, you did pretty well. What? Tell us the story of the carp.
Okay, so I landed women's biggest carp, which was awesome. I swam down to about 35 feet. He was just chilling there eating on the bottom, and I shot him, but I shot him kind of in a bad spot in his gills, and it fell right out. But he was stoned. He was completely dead. And I just saw him like turn over on the ground, and my spear fell out of him. So I swam up to him, and I just wrapped my body around him. I dropped my gun, and I swam him to the surface.
Perfect.
And as I handed him to Ryan, my boat driver, and also my boyfriend, he slipped and almost dropped my fish in the water. So that could have potentially ended the relationship.
Nice. Good priorities. So did you know it was going to be the biggest fish when you grabbed it, or?
No, actually, he looked a lot smaller. When we got him on the boat, we realized that he was a monster.
Cool.
So that was really awesome.
Nice. That's cool. Awesome. Well, congrats.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for jumping on here for a sec. Anything you want to share? Anything else?
No, this was my first competition.
Nice.
Yes, thank you. I had an amazing time, and I would totally do it over again.
Cool. Yes, that's good. That was going to be my next question. What was your overall experience or thoughts of the whole competition?
Awesome. I had a blast. I thought it was great.
Cool. Right on. All right, guys, we're gonna jump back to the podium view. I think Mike's getting ready to start. If not, I'll be back here with another interviewee. So thank you, Sam.
Great, thanks.
Let's do it.
Let's go ahead and find your seats, and then if you have some extra ones, everybody can get a chair. Find your seats, please. Okay, we're counting chairs, so find a seat, make sure that we have enough chairs for everybody. Okay, find the chairs. Hey, Mason. Okay, let's get started. I'd first like to thank everybody for showing up and having a fantastic tournament this past 2 days. It was a lot of work, but a lot of fun, and the opportunity to meet you all and dive with the world-class divers that you are was totally off the wall. This evening we're going to go from speaker to awards to speaker to awards, so it's going to, can you hear me back there okay? No. Sorry. We'll work on that. So it's going to be a fun evening with a lot of awards and a lot of great speakers. We have some world-class speakers, world-class divers involved, and I think you guys are going to have a great time with it. First, a couple quick thank yous. We first of all want to thank Don Barthman and his fish cleaning, counting crew. If you guys would all stand up, the crew that worked their butts on counting fish. We got the striper done in just over an hour. We got the carp done in just over 2.5 hours. So that was fabulous opportunity. A few less fish than we anticipated, but that really went well. Fish count, we had 10,600 pounds of carp. Just under 200 pounds in striper. So that give you an idea. We didn't near fill up that big giant truck, but we paid for it anyway. So carp are going to a good use somewhere in Utah for dogs or cats, or somebody's going to eat them somehow. So, anyways, the other big thank you is the Railroad Pass. We really appreciate them accommodating us and all the wildness that went on here and the craziness you guys had down in the lobby and the food room and everywhere else. At least nobody was loading guns. Appreciate that. And our sponsors: Terry Maas, Darren Shields, Calvin Live, Kona Diving, Ron with Water World, RMSA and all their officials, and Spear Nation with Roman. Courtney here yet? Courtney's going to be running in for the last minute, hopefully with some awards for us. And the Rob Allen team. Super appreciate the Rob Allen team. They're the main sponsor. They stepped up. We have $500 gift certificates for the top 2 individuals in each division. So we break it out in divisions. They stepped up there. Free dive shop with Greg and Vanessa. Free dive shop with Greg and Vanessa. Where are you guys hiding? Back here. We got a chair for you up here, Vanessa. And Banani with the free dive shop, our free dive manager there, with the shop. So we really appreciate you guys stepping up, really giving us all the extra effort with that sponsorship. It really made a big difference for us. So our next step is to introduce our lead speaker, and that's going to be Terry Maas. I could go on a long time about Terry. He's been to multiple world tournaments, done super well as an American diver. He's done super well in all the national tournaments around here. He holds multiple records for large fish. He's the one diver, if you were to say what one diver stands out as having done everything: regional tournaments, national tournaments, world tournaments, got us all involved in blue water tournaments, wrote all the books about it, started organizations. Terry's done it all. He's also a doctor, and he's also very adamant and focused on keeping us safe. So without further ado, please give Terry Maas a big round of applause.
Thank you, Michael. It's my pleasure to have everybody give Michael a big round of applause. He's been at this for well over a year. I've seen all of the messages back and forth. By every account, this is one of the best meets. I've talked to competitors who all say that the camaraderie, the friendliness was welcome. a well-organized meet. You have to be really proud of yourself, Mike, and your team. Safety kind of rotates around a morbid thought that we might get hurt or even die. So there's no really good way to liven that up, but to do that, I'll make it quick. I'd like to introduce a quick video. This is from my digital reprint of Blue Water Hunting and Freediving. It's one of the many risks we face, and this is just half of the video. It starts with a world-famous photographer just about getting wrapped up in line. So this is about the dangers of the line tangle in blue water hunting. When we're getting the sound, that's, there goes a second. This is Chris's view. Can we rerun that real quick? Basically what we're looking at is a world-class photographer filming another world-class diver shooting a wahoo. And what this demonstrates how quickly things can go wrong. From one instance, everything is good. The next instance, a line nearly wraps the guy and then he gets loose, but he's lucky to get loose. The next guy you'll see wasn't so lucky. Fast a spear line can wrap you. Notice the sound of the line gripping him. This is Chris's view. This is Rob Corelli's drunken by a chemistry. Like a belly dancer, he quickly sheds the line. Probably the most scary video I've ever seen is this 50-pound tuna dragging Spearo just in Hubert out of sight. Only quick picking and luck saves you. By way of introduction, that is one of 30 videos that appear in the online edition of my rewritten Blue Water Hunting and Freediving. It's a great honor to speak in front of so many people here. I love to see the new folks, but a lot of the old farts like me are here, and the combined knowledge of us all is pretty impressive. So I'll probably touch on a lot of things that you know and already understand, but give you a little background on me. I was an oral surgeon, and an oral surgeon in California is allowed to administer a general anesthetic. I put 20,000 of my patients to sleep and did various procedures for them. I had to learn, obviously, the basics of anesthesia, and the most important item of all was airway and oxygen. And that's the very same interest that we have as breath hold divers. When you begin your dive, you've got 6 minutes without oxygen. I might add that we've got some apnea divers that can perhaps hold their breath for 10 minutes. If you're breathing oxygen, you can hold it for maybe 22 minutes. But the average person's got 6 minutes before they begin brain damage. At the end of a dive, you're maybe 2 minutes into it. That gives you 4 minutes for some kind of rescue. So time is short, and you need to respond quickly. The thing about oxygen in the body is that the way that the organs in your body respond is very important. The most sensitive organ in your body to oxygen is unfortunately your brain. And it takes a very slight change in oxygen partial pressure, or the amount of circulating oxygen in your blood, to go from complete consciousness to unconsciousness. Now, some of the apneists will say blacking out or going unconscious is the body's protective mechanism. That's just total bullshit. It makes no sense. Why do you disconnect the CPU from your muscles that can work under no oxygen for a long time? So blacking out is not a protective mechanism. The other thing with the lack of oxygen to the brain is it can happen from low circulating oxygen. It could also happen from a poor pump. Your heart's not pumping as good as it was. That's all it takes to decrease the circulating oxygen in your brain, and you go out. There's no warning with blackout. Divers experience blackout at any level of the dive. I've lost friends on the bottom, never made it up to the so-called shallow water blackout zone. They just ran out of air right on the bottom. I'm sure the older people in here, even some of the youngers, have lost countless. How many people here in this room have lost more than 4 divers that they know of? Quite a few. That's 4. So you can black out on the bottom for lack of oxygen. On the way up from a dive, as you go up, on the bottom, you've used up oxygen. It's been concentrated now because you're compressed. As you come up, you decompress. Your lungs get larger, and as they get larger, the little circulating oxygen in those lungs starts to pull oxygen from the blood because the body wants to equalize its level of oxygen. And when it pulls oxygen from the blood, that's a bad thing when it hits that critical threshold. That's so-called shallow water blackout as you approach the surface. That's the greatest risk. You've seen the videos. People almost make the surface and they start losing control and bubble out oxygen. That's really bad, and I'll explain why in a minute. The third instance is when you get to the surface and you're rarefied oxygen and you exhale. When you're inhaled, you've got a lot of pressure on your chest. When you exhale explosively, which is not a good idea, but when you do, you decrease the pressure in your chest. That impedes, for just a few beats, the feeding flow to the heart, the preload to the heart. When the heart has a crappy preload, it has a crappy ejection fraction, and it just takes a couple of bad beats, and your brain, already on the edge, will misfire and go out. So there's a lot of mechanisms there. People, I think, when they judge how much they should be negative or positive, don't consider the air in their chest. And I think that's a very important consideration. The human body has an average of 6 liters of oxygen in your vital capacity. That means when you take a deep breath, you've got about 6 liters. 6 liters is about 13 pounds. Now, I want to go back to that guy who was almost at the surface, and starts blowing air out, blacks out. When he sinks, which he will, more air is expressed from, I want to say women, this can happen too. The more air gets expressed until all the air goes out and you sink like a rock, even though you were weighted neutral at the surface. If you really want a safe weight at the surface, completely exhale and then see if you sink, because that's the likely scenario that you'll be under. So another, I mentioned one myth, I think, that's promulgated in some of the apnea classes, and another is the so-called blow and tap. How many people know about blow and tap? How many people think blow and tap's a good idea? You don't have to answer that. Blow and tap is a crappy idea. It's the worst thing you could be taught. Under a controlled situation where they teach apnea classes, when you come to the surface and you black out, two things have happened. The instructor knows these people are healthy, they've gone through their medical history, and the event is witnessed. You in the field are going to come across somebody who's blacked out. You don't know why they're blacked out. Presumably it's shallow water blackout. They could have a stroke, they could be having a heart attack, they could be having lots of things. You don't, as I mentioned, let's go back to the 6 minutes. You've got 6 minutes, you've wasted 2 in a dive, maybe there's been 2 wasted getting to you. That gives you, less than 2 minutes before you start getting brain damage. Why in the hell would you want somebody to blow and tap to wake you up easily? What you want to do is what every paramedic, what every emergency room physician would do, is to open your airway, and that's to tip the chin up and give mouth to mouth or mouth to nose, as the case may be, respiration. Give a lip blot and save somebody's life. We don't care if they're in some magic zone that we don't want to wake them from. It doesn't work that way. We want them to breathe. We want oxygen as soon as we can get it. I just can't emphasize that enough. All of us, we take our body for granted, and the heart beats. You don't even think about your heart beating, but it works. The human body is different. It's different every hour. It's different every minute. Just because you made a good dive 1 minute doesn't mean the next dive is going to be good. It could be influenced by fright or a big fish, or you didn't take a good breath hold. So the human body, I'm amazed we get away with as much as we do, but you have to treat it with respect and give yourself a margin of safety. You also need, you saw quickly that photographer was wrapped in that line by the Wahoo. It was just instantaneous, and it could have made another circle around his neck and dragged him down. The point being is that when things go bad, they go bad really, really fast. And you have to have some kind of plan. My dear friend Al Snibbershoff was attacked by a great white shark. His son, Al, my good friend, is here. He was brought to the boat, and the extent of his recovery was slapping him on the face saying, "Wake up, Al." What they should have done is put a tourniquet on his leg right away. Who knows if it would have helped, but certainly slapping somebody on the face. So all of you probably have taken CPR, but you should know CPR. You should know that when somebody blacks out on the surface, you start breathing right away. You can't do anything for compressions, but you can bring them to the beach, get them to a boat where you can, a firm surface where you can apply CPR. These all should be thoughts and plans that you and your dive group have already pre-thought out. Say a buddy is floating on the surface and you need to get to him and your anchor is stuck. You should all know where to cut the anchor. So cut the anchor. But you have to think about that, otherwise you get stuck in trying to pull the anchor. Cut the anchor. On my boat, we have emergency supplies, and everybody that comes on it gets a quick walk through, not 2 minutes. Here's where oxygen is, here's where you cut the anchor, here's where the e-bird. It just takes a moment, but things go bad so fast, it's really worth the investment. And I want to end really quick because I want to hear your awards. You guys did great out here. I want to hear the other speakers. Spear guns, of course, are dangerous. I do a lot of work with Diving for a Cause. It's a great group. If you guys ever want to go on a trip where you give back to the local community and have great spearfishing, I highly recommend it. We bring new people in, and I get the opportunity of seeing people aim their loaded spear gun at me. So really, with that gun, you have to just remember to where it's always pointing. It's surprising to me how many people don't know where their gun's pointing. And last, we deal with propellers, dive flags. I can't tell you how important they are. How many people have had friends cut up? Yeah, so bad story in New Zealand. But they're all bad. Anyway, I hate to, don't want to end this on a bad note. You guys all survived this very well. You're all healthy and good and smart. And you probably could have taught this little episode yourself. So I'm honored to speak in front of so many people I know and respect. And have a good rest of the evening.
So it's really a pleasure for us to have Terry Maas here. I mean, he's still a very, very gifted diver. He's also very modest. He's developed the free diving vest, and I want everybody to come over here and take a look at it, because the whole safety thing leads into is even if you black out or you have a problem, if you've got something like this on, you've got a backup plan. And that's what he was talking about. So please come over here and talk to Terry about his vest. He's also giving one away tonight, but you need to sign up for the raffle over here. It's free. Okay, so we got a crowd by the exits. What do you think the fire department's gonna say about that? Guys, you've got to come in and you've got to sit down, or we've got to clear the room. So there's 3 seats here, there's 4 seats here. You've got to move forward, guys. You've got to move away from the door. Can't be on the door. Greg, my fire marshal, is going to move everybody away from the door. There's lots of seats. If you've got room at your table, you got an extra seat, raise your hand. There's 2 seats. There's another seat. You guys got to move forward. We've got to move. We got to clear the exits. They kick us out of here. It's going to get ugly really fast. Bruce the guy. Brucey.
Ты мне нужен.
Bruce, are you with us? Where's Bruce hiding? Oh yeah, of course. Okay, we'll catch him in a couple of minutes here. Okay, next we're going to go into an award, so let's get Calvin up here. You, brother, come on up here. Kevin Lyon, Hanalei won this national tournament here 4 years ago with 104 and 106 fish. So that's why our prediction was got to go 100 to score it well. Calvin actually created our fish prints back here, and he's going to tell you a little bit about them.
I drank a little too early. So, just try to, I'm gonna make this quick, short. And first of all, I'd like to say thanks for everybody being here. And it's an honor to dive with like all these great divers from every country. So let's give everybody a round of applause for all these divers being here. You know, you guys traveled, you know, a lot of miles and come here and do a lot of homework, and appreciate everything. First of all, let's go with these fish prints I donated, and they came from this lake from Courtney. He sent it to me to Kona so I could print it, and they're stripers and carp from this lake. And I do these fish prints back in Kona, not a lot anymore, I'm too busy. But Mike called me and asked me if I could do these prints for you guys. And I don't think I want any of them, but
But some of your boys did.
yeah.
So we're going to start right off with the junior division. There's 2 prints for each division. So the junior division, we got Jordy Wilson with the biggest striper at 2.1 pounds.
Hold it up.
the junior division, largest carp at 10.44 pounds, Kelston McGuire. I should be announcing the countries as well. Jordy is from New Zealand, and Kelston is from the U.S. All righty, let's go to the striper, or the women's division. Largest striper, Cassie Albert at 1.68 pounds. USA. Kelsey was diving all day again today.
Full spearing.
And this was a special one from the USA, Samantha Maas, straight from Florida, with a world record women's carp at 16.2 pounds. Cool.
This one is only about 6 pounds. All right, wait.
No, Brian, we're just.
Let's jump to the Masters division. Largest striper from Australia, Gunther Frangino. 1.94 pounds. Masters division. Also on the back of these is a certificate so that they can kind of remember and they can put the weight down there or whatever they like.
All evidence why I did it.
Нет, это самую крупную рыбу. Вот это не быстрая.
Masters division again with the largest carp, 15.84 pounds. Australia, Kevin Ranger.
Hey, good job, buddy. Hey.
All right, these next two prints aren't so local, but they're beautiful prints, also donated by Calvin. We really appreciate all the effort that him and Courtney made into getting the fish from here, frozen to Hawaii, thawed out, printed, and shipped back to me for them to get matted. So it really came out well. We're in the men's division. These are the largest fish taken in the striper division and the carp division. They were both taken in the men's division. And we'll start right off with the biggest striper, Ian Warnock from New Zealand. 2.72 pounds. All righty, our last one. This is kind of a fun story because we had two people shoot carp over 24 pounds, and the difference was, I think Greg's been in this spot before too, 0.02, so 2/100th of a pound. So Greg Font's got 24.78, and Peter Riddle from Australia got 24.8 pound carp, the biggest carp of the entire tournament. Good job.
Hey, good job, buddy. Drink them up.
Gonna make it a little lower for Calvin there.
Yeah.
Calvin,
Made me look
any shorter. Alrighty, so that's kind of how our awards roll. They're based on division, and this whole tournament is based on getting juniors involved, women's involved, and keeping the masters involved. Let me have all the masters stand up. Old, new, diving, non-diving, stand up, please. All our masters. These are the guys we want to be involved in our sport. These are the guys with knowledge, the background, the experience to keep us safe, to keep us diving, and to keep these tournaments going. So my hat's off to you guys showing up. You guys really did a great job. Australia really picked up the pace here. Thank you, Andy. I know you had to give up a pole dancing career to be here, but we appreciate you making it here. I hear you're making some side money every evening. Alrighty, without further ado, our next speaker are the Rife family. We've got Jay and Julie Rife. Everybody knows the best wood guns produced for many, many, many years are the Rife guns out of California. And it's my pleasure to have the two of
you. I'll just start off. I started competition in 1953 and dove in several contests with Terry and some other contests. 1970 is when I hung it up pretty much on competition. I was able to be a Pacific Coast champion. Also, I was third individual aggregate in the Nationals in Florida in 1962. And I was on the World Spearfishing team as a second guy. Anyway, that's what got me going into spearfishing. Then I got into shooting game fish, which I've got 3 world records. And came down, I got married in Australia. My wife's American, Jackie, she's right here. And while I was over there, I got set up with an Australian company to sell their parts, spear guns and so on. And so I started early on selling mechanisms. And I got into guns, for own use primarily. Financial things happened. I made some loans to some people, and unfortunately I put my house up. And that hurt. And the guy went under. So the only thing I knew was to make spear guns. So I started in 1979, started our company, Rife International. And we've been producing spear guns ever since. And today, we are a fully automated factory in San Clemente, California. We are getting some new equipment in for a new design in spear guns. So you'll see some new stuff coming out from Rife here very shortly, this year in fact. And so we're all excited about that. And our company's strong and we're still going. My daughter Julie, myself, my wife Jackie, and my other daughter Jill, who happens to be the CEO, handles the money and makes the big decisions.
I get to do all the play.
Jackie handles sales. Jackie's in the Julie's in the sales, and she's a diver. And she's out here shooting fish with everybody else, so I'm proud of her. Yeah, Julie. Woo! I just noticed that this contest was put together by the McGuire brothers primarily, and with Carol Rose making it an official event. IUSA, it's a good thing when they're shooting these carp. I mean, it's a sport that we all love, but the carp has overrun a lot of our freshwater excuse me, freshwater lakes and rivers, and they do attack the other fish eggs and the food supplies. And so when the line fishermen go out there and see us shooting these fish, they really are behind us 100%. And the fish doesn't go to waste. I'm sure that they've told you what they do with the fish. They make $1 cat food out of it or something. That's what I heard. But it was well organized, on this thing from what I could see, and it's a truly international contest. I mean, there's more international people spearfishing than U.S. So that's good to see. So anyway, keep it going.
Just because I got stuck up here too. You did about all the talking, but I just wanted to, from the bottom of my heart, being part of the Wright family too, appreciate each and every one of you from all over the world coming here and competing and getting to see new faces in the sport. And you guys are all amazing divers. I just say put your heart and soul into it, and true to yourself, true to the sport. And you know, it's all about fair game out there. You guys are working hard, and you know, you take time away from your families, and we really appreciate you all coming together. So, you know, from the Wright family, we appreciate you guys out there, and we'll continue to kick butt making product to feed the families. It's all about the sport that we love, and Fish for the Future is our philosophy, is be selective and take what you eat, and you know, it's good stuff. Anyway, thank you very much. And we all did so well on that board. Honestly, you know, Mag and I, we basically had a boat failure, so we had a 2-hour loss on our side. But it was a good challenge, and we ended up pulling through with some fish. So I was pretty happy about that. The striped bass were kind of tough, so I'm sure you all experienced that as well. But it was good fun. This is the first time I've ever done freshwater, and I really liked it. It was a bit creepy out there at first, but once I got comfortable with it, it was really challenging and really fun. So I'm sure you guys all had a great time as well in Las Vegas, and tonight is Saturday, so you guys should all hit the town and have some fun.
The Wright family is a really great example of father, daughter, and we got a few more daughters sneaking up through the Wright factory here that I'm sure are going to be outstanding divers as well. And that's what we need to see to keep our sport and our industry alive, is we've got to support it with our kids, with our neighbors, with our friends. Get them involved in a sport that they can do a lifetime. Get them involved in a sport where they can feed their family. So the Wrights have been big sponsors and promoters for this for years and years, and we really thank them. One more round of applause for the Wright. Has Bruce joined us yet? Bruce. He's right there. Ready up. Thank you, brother. Okay, we kind of missed this at the beginning, and I want to get it in. So in a tradition, an Hawaiian tradition, like we finished the briefing with last time, we're going to offer a blessing on the safe diving that we had here. So Bruce, if you'll stand up and give us a little Hawaiian. Yeah, Bruce.
How about one more big hand for Mike McGuire and all of his family? It's such an awesome event. Really, who else would want to do this? It's a pain in the okole. When he asked me to do the pule, I just wanted to share a few things real quickly. In Hawaii, pule, or the prayer, is really a blessing about being thankful to your kapunas and the aina and the sea that provides for all of us. So keep that in mind every time, that how truly blessed we are as divers and our relationships here with everybody. So bow your heads. Mahalo keakua for a wonderful event with true, beautiful people. Please bless them and bless everybody around the world less fortunate than we are. And teach us pride for who we are and what we represent. And humility So no matter what the outcome, we remain humble and respect each competitor and person here, and make that true to your heart. Mahalo ke akua. And I appreciate being here and all the relationships. And I love everybody. Thank you so much. Amen.
I meant to do that at the very beginning, but there's nothing better than a good Hawaiian prayer, a good Hawaiian thank you for the safety that we had this last 2 days. And like Terry talked about, there's nothing worse than being in a tournament or having the loss of a friend, especially to diving. So I'm very grateful for you guys, for your prayers, and keeping everybody in their prayers for this tournament. I believe it was successful, especially because nobody got hurt. Thank you. Come on up, Jay, help me out here. We're going to move on to team awards. Jay Rife is going to help me out with him here. And we've got some beautiful team awards from Colorado on some beautiful synthetic Colorado skates. So I think you guys are going to enjoy those. So let's start off. Too many pages, man, too many divers. Let's start off with the women's division. Let's start off with mixed doubles. They're right down here on the bottom with me. So starting off with mixed doubles, we've got a number of fabulous divers that have done a fabulous job here. We've had 10 teams of mixed doubles. So mixed doubles is where you have either a man and a woman or a man and a junior involved. They can always upgrade to a different division, but this is their opportunity for a man and somebody to work with in a mixed doubles division. And this turned out to be a real popular division here. We had 10 plus teams, and I was super excited to see some of our very best divers in the United States step out of their comfort zone to work with juniors that did excellent here, and I know we're going to see them for years and years. So we're going to start right off with our 4th place winners in the mixed team division, Justin Lee and Jandon Lego. Come on. From Hawaii. Thank you very much. Good job, guys. We're blessed to have these guys here. Those of you know that Justin Lee is one of our deepest divers, one of our best divers, not only in the United States, but in the world. And he stepped out of his zone to work with one of his cousins here. And it's just really a pleasure to have Jared. His big smile has just really been a pleasure for me to have. And for them to go home with 4th place is so cool for me. So, mahalo. Okay. 3rd place, Ryan and Shelby Peterson from the United States. Right,
Okay, the next award's going to Kelston, McGuire, and Ryan
Peterson.
Mike.
I'm going down.
In second place, announcing himself, Kelston and Mike McGuire. Come on up there. I'm trying to make that look a little bit better. Alrighty, and first place, also from the island of Hawaii, Eli Lay and Bruce Akai. Bruce Akai and Eli Lay and Bruce Akai. Come on up.
Smile, you.
Bruce, this way.
Wow. Hey.
This way, Bruce.
What we're gonna do tonight?
Another great performance. Both these guys did fabulous. Let me give you an idea what they took. Eli got 4 striper and 39 carp, and Bruce got 3 striper and 30 carp. So fantastic job on any level. And he beat his dad.
Really? That's what it's all about.
Okay, my boy beat me too, so.
Wait. Stay right there. Good job, guys.
Kids don't know it yet, but we're hooking Kelston and Eli up for one of the new coming upstanding teams working their way up. Hey, good job there, buddy. Thank you. Alrighty, next we're going to have Darren Shields come up and talk to us a little bit about world competition and what he's got in store for us in 2 years.
Thank you. I gave a quick talk the other day to all the guys, so there'll be a few of you here that haven't heard. It's going to be in New Zealand 2019, based in Lake Taupo, which is the middle of the North Island of New Zealand. We've got 2 islands, north and south. We don't have a bridge between us and Australia. We are a separate country. It will be a spear fishing competition. There's a few people have come up to me and they're a little bit confused. They're worried it's just pole spears. Our event we have in New Zealand in every February is a pole spearing event. The World Freshwater Champs in New Zealand will be open. You can use a spear gun or a pole spear. Events we'll have going. So what I'm going to do is, I'll be like the Mike McGuire that's been going for the last few months. You'll be getting lots of emails. And on those emails we'll have listed all the other events that we'll have organised for you in New Zealand. And by that I mean we will send events to you, you will get hold of those people, and you'll decide whether you want to do them before or after the competition. And they'll range from, we have great white diving out of cages in a place called Stewart Island, which is right at the bottom of New Zealand. They have the best oysters in the world there. You've got to go and see that, try the oysters. You'll work your way up the island. A lot of people have come up to me and said they want to catch our abalone, or paua as we call it. The paua shell, I believe, is the most beautiful shell in the world in the abalone species. It's got the most amazing colours on it. You can catch those, there's spots we'll send you, you can drive and get off the side of the road and catch those. We'll have those sort of spots listed. And of course there's the big yellowtail kingfish. Lake Taupo is based very close to one of the best spots where you go out into the sea, of course, and shoot those. We'll have charter operators set up in those areas for you to be able to go and do that as well. And moving all the way up the island, there'll be plenty of diving. The hunting. The time of the year we're going to hold this event will be when the big red stags are roaring. We're famous for our big red stags in New Zealand. I know a lot of you want to do a bit of hunting. You can chase some pigs. So there's all sorts of events. You can bungee jump, there's lots to do. So it'll be a pretty full-on event as far as outside of the World Champs. The catfish cull, the catfish are small. You could shoot 100 of those in a day. Our event we just had in February, the person that shot the most was a 15-year-old girl, got 100 fish exactly on her own in 5 hours. So unfortunately her dad let her down. He only got 30, so they didn't win. 2 guys beat them, but to give you an idea, the depths you'll be diving are maximum 50 feet, minimum 2, 3, 4 feet. These things are right through, so it's a bit like getting the carp here, and there's lots of them. And Lake Taupo is a beautiful lake. It's got surrounded by big mountains which are famous for skiing. Unfortunately, there won't be enough snow there. It'll be a fantastic event. So I'm going to be emailing you all, but Aussie, we'd like to take you up on your offer for 2021, where we go to Cairns and chase some fish there, and Andy's talked about reef trips and all sorts. So that's the beauty of this event, is there's all sorts of other things around it we can do. I love it that there's the masters, the juniors, you know, the women, the mixed teams. It's a fantastic event. I've been to 4 world championships now, saltwater ones that is, and it's very elite. Nobody talks to each other hardly during the event. This is great, and we've got to see more of this. And I'd like to finish off with a proud dad moment. My daughter is world freshwater spearfishing ladies champ, and it's and you know, that's a fantastic thing for a father to be able to do with his daughter. And there's some great young girls coming through and things. They don't get as much opportunity as the guys for things. So fantastic. I'm a proud dad. See you in 2019.
All righty, we're going to finish off some team awards here. Let's see where we're at. We're going to go right into the women's, and then masters, and then men's. So let's go right into the women's award. Second place, we have the team from the United States, Summer Schmidt and Samantha Maas. Come on up. Both the girls are from Florida, and we have Sam, except for Summer. And first place in the women's team division, Kelsey Albert and Savannah McGuire from the United States. I'm also very proud dad to have my daughter not only diving with me for a change of wanting to dive, but having found friends here that she wants to dive with on a regular basis. So I'm very blessed this week. All righty, good job, girls. Now let's go to the men's master division. And we're going to start right off with our third place team, which is Kevin Ranger and John Schulter from Australia. Men's masters, third place. Well done, guys. Kevin.
Andrew Ruddick.
One more time. Kevin Ranger.
Andrew Ruddick.
Oh, sorry. Oh, wow. What a shame I missed Andy's name. That's really, it must have been a typo or a mistake or something. I'm sorry, from Australia, Andy Ruddick and Kevin Ranger. Third place, men's masters from Australia. I'm sure Andy will work on getting me back here really soon. These guys did a fabulous job.
Just because I beat you overall.
Andy's highlight of the tournament was beating me by like half an eyeball point or something like that. Not that I was keeping track, but now I am. So going into these tournaments, we had a lot of strong American teams. As you know, when you're a hosting country, you get to send 4 teams per division. If you're next year's hosting country, you get to send 3 teams per division. Everybody else only gets to send 2 teams per division. So I had very, very high expectations that the United States team would do exceptionally well here. And I got to tell you, the teams and the competition level that came in here was outstanding. And Australia really, and South Africa, you all brought it to a whole new level. And you're going to see some teams that you're going, wow, these guys are really, really good. So our second place Masters team from Australia, see if I can get them right this time, no more Andes. John Schulter and Gunther Finja. From Australia, second place Masters team. These guys rock. And these guys look pretty young for 70 years old too, don't they?
Right on.
Alrighty, first place Masters team. This is a real interesting combination. We have a combination from two different countries, South Africa and Moldova. They both did fantastic, but the big surprise was to actually have and see John Grijard from South Africa take 5 striper and 48 pieces. Is that right? 48 pieces. John and Ilske, come on up. Our first place Masters team award. Next question. Brilliant diving, guys. Brilliant, brilliant diving.
Wait. Oh, I'm looking at you. Can you look here? Can you look here? There we go.
Thanks, John.
Excuse me.
One more.
John. John, just one more.
Thank you.
Great to spread the trophies around. Great job, guys. Okay, in the men's division, we had 16 teams, which is, I think, absolutely fantastic. I'm really excited to have all of them show up.
Yes.
And in 5th place team, men's division, we have a couple of guys that got on the team a little bit late. Both fabulous divers from Arkansas and from Florida. These guys put it together with a couple of great scores to bring it right up to the top. Wesley Stewart, Richie Zacher.
Look at me.
Go it.
It's a big deal to place as well against these divers around here. It really is. So these guys both had really good even scores. One didn't carry the other, and they really pulled it off well. So fabulous job to both of them. Fourth place team, men's division. This team is from South Africa. Probably the hardest working team I've seen. These guys work, up early, going hard. 4th place overall from South Africa. These guys started months and months ago. When we first announced it, they were the first guys to sign up, the first guys to find boats, the first guys to get everything organized. I appreciate working with teams like that. Guy Lamini and Charlie Myberg. Come on up, South Africa.
Best dressed.
And for anybody that needs dressing tips, this is how you're supposed to show up to a world tournament. Woo! Third place team. I had all my money on the third place team to win. Good thing I didn't bet any money on the third place team to win. My good friends from Hawaii, representing the United States, Hanalei Adric and Kelly.
Sure, enjoy it.
Calvin again.
Ready. Hey, start looking that way.
Smile, you old fuck.
Ready. He likes it, don't lie.
Right here.
Oh, right here.
These guys started on Freshwater Nationals about 6 years ago, and
Perfect.
it was almost a joke because they didn't do that well for 1 year. For 2 years, they got better. On the third year, they figured it out. And the last 3 years, they smoked almost every tournament we had, and they did a fabulous, fabulous job. When you shoot over 100 fish in this lake by yourself, that's a lot of work. I mean, those of us that shot 40, 50 fish in this lake this past couple days, I mean, that was a lot of work. Think about actually managing that many fish in 6 hours. It's almost unbelievable. And that's why I had the big giant dump truck, because I was afraid you guys were all going to do that. So thank goodness for us, and especially Don Barkman here. He probably would have had a stroke if he saw that many fish came in. So. All righty, let's get on to our second place team. Yep, they are from New Zealand. Excuse me, they are from Guam. I didn't stay Australian. They're from Guam. Our Guam team got on a little bit late for this tournament, but thanks to Darren Shields here, he wrestled these guys in, and all of a sudden I had one team, two team, and some great, great divers. Divers I really was not expecting to come on this big, that strong, and do such a super job. So let's give a big hand for Miles, of course, and Michael.
Picture. Wait, picture.
Take pictures. Go back.
I have no idea where these guys came from, man. They just came in and smoked this thing. They were all over it. Let's see. Who shot the most striper in the tournament? Yeah, the most striper. Who shot the least striper in this tournament? Yeah, pretty much all the rest of us. Paul's got his hand on that one. So great job by Guam. We look forward to seeing more and more of them. Almost had our Tahiti team here too.
I get to award this one. Ian Warnock and I, a couple of years ago, decided to have a go at this freshwater stuff. So we put a team together in New Zealand, and we took it up to Wyoming. And I remember when we rolled up to this spot in Wyoming, there was nobody around, a few trees and a couple of deer. And one of the team members looked at me and said, "Where the hell have you brought us to?" And but it was the start of getting to here. And we copped a bit of flack in New Zealand because we didn't go through the correct channels to make it happen. But we needed to make it happen, so we just got on and did it. We went to Arkansas last year, and two of our guys won it last year, Scott and a guy, Long John, who's not here. And Mike came up with the idea of the world champs, and we talked about it. So this has been 3 years in the making for us from New Zealand to end up with two world champions taking out the first freshwater world meet here in Vegas. So it's a big deal for us. So Ian Warnock, Scott Macriff are the world champions for 2017.
You guys need to shift over.
Hey, come on.
We're very, very blessed to have this New Zealand team having come to 3 monster tournaments here in the United States. Darren Shields has personally been to the United States. I think it's going to be 3 times here in about a year's time period, just to help, just to support, just to put these kind of tournaments together. And in Wyoming, we had a game fish day and a carp day, and the New Zealand team smoked everybody so badly on the game fish day that there was almost no way that they could possibly beat on the carp day. 2 years ago in Wyoming, U.S. Nationals. And just by the grace of the carp god, the Hawaiians snuck in again and caught the New Zealand guys. But it was such a great win. It was such a great win to see New Zealand step it up and really take it to them on the first day. Because I love the Hawaiians, but they're winning too much on me. So. Arkansas was a different story. The guy stepped up, and Scott's from the area, so he really put the extra time in, and they did a fabulous job there. Won in Arkansas. So we're very blessed, very happy to have them. Yes, sorry. You guys won in Arkansas in the U.S. Nationals, and they won the International. That is correct. The Greg Fonts team won the overall U.S. Nationals. They won the international tournament. It was a lot of fun because we got to have 2 different tournaments. We got to get the international guys involved, even though it was a USA tournament. We had that on the side. All righty, next we got Carol Rose, who's going to give us a little talk. Thank you, Carol.
Sort of tying into what Mike has been saying, and I wish that I could ask all of you that are here to stay for 10 weeks and come to the U.S. Nationals in skin diving spearfishing. They're going to be in Fort Bragg, California. It's my part of the world. I don't have to fly. I can drive for once. This is the 67th annual national championships. Now, the United States plays 4 sports, and we have a lot of competitions. At Mike's in Wyoming, there are 5 competitions here. There are about 5 in the Northeast. That's up in Maine, Vermont, Massachusetts, at that place. And those competitions, and we have, I don't know, probably 15 or 20 underwater hockey competitions and rugby competitions, and those are all open to individuals and or teams from all over. The official USOA Nationals, unfortunately, I can't ask you all guys to stay for 10 weeks and participate, but it's a lot of fun. So, and I just was counting up 67 years. Oh my God. I want to turn 180 for a minute, because I've been taking this year the Women Divers Hall of Fame, of which I am a founder, is making a big effort for international. And quite frankly, we need to make a big effort for skin diving spearfishing. There are approximately 210 women in the hall, and there's 1 skin diver spearfisher. We need to fix that. And it's an international organization, so go home to your home countries, look at your women spearfishermen, go on the website. The one trick to this is that you have to have a member to nominate your nominee. I'm willing to do that. Just give me a shout, croseusoa, AOL.com. Everybody knows it. That's one reason I don't change it, is that everybody knows it. So if you've got somebody, or if you've got other women who do other things in diving, marine biologists, shark people, I don't know, we've got them all, let me tell you, medicine. It's amazing to me, and I didn't know this, the number of women Navy divers that nobody ever heard of until the Women Divers Hall of Fame came along. And they did phenomenal stuff, still are, and it's sort of a neatsy thing. We have one party when we induct the new members where the Navy women all come in dress uniform, and it's pretty spectacular. We have 2 serving admirals in the hall, so it's pretty nifty. But if you've got a candidate for the Women Divers Hall of Fame, get in touch with me, because we are making a big push this year for international. I was at the CMOS meeting, anyhow, 2 weeks ago, and I made the big push. We now have the brochure translated into French, Spanish, and German as well, of course, the English. So if you need it, I'm your person. And I really want to thank you all for coming and for everybody diving safely. It really makes my heart go pitter pat, and Terry Maas's too, and Eric Salato, who had to fix any of you that got hurt. So we're all happy. So thank you very much for coming. I'm so happy to hear that Australia is going to go 2021, and I'll look forward to it.
Thank you so much, Carol. Carol has been our president for many, many, many years and has given us so much energy, traveling around the world, traveling everywhere to support all of our water sports in the United States. And we have got something for her. Yes, it's just another plaque, but in all honesty, it shows our deep appreciation for the amount of time and energy, dozens and dozens of years, and so many hours you can't believe, to be down here and to support us and to make sure that we're represented on a world basis so that we get to go dive at Sea Moss and in a lot of other places. So a big round of applause for her. Just a couple more quick ones. If I can have my Rob Allen guys up here. The Greg and Vanessa team, please come up, and Melanie, please come up. These are our sponsors. Yes, you need to come up all the way to the front, but now don't wait for them to come. Now we're watching you. This is our shy guy here. He's the manager at the Rob Allen plant. And in case you haven't met Greg and Vanessa, they own a free dive shop in Sacramento. Monster sponsors of not only Freshwater, but all the fun tournaments they do there as well. And they are your Rob Allen dealer. And Rob Allen is the big sponsor for this tournament. And we really, really appreciate them. Thank you so much, guys.
Why do I need my
One more thank you, and this is to my good friend Terry Maas. Terry Maas has been in every part of our industry, has supported it in so many ways, and now to take it to the next level with his free diving vest. Terry's had a lot of losses in his family, as we all have, free diving wise, and it's just really a blessing to see him actively involved. Shot a 240-pound tuna last year in Southern California. Still kicks butt in all these fun little tournaments that he dives around the water in blue water. Just everything he does. I mean, you look at the guy. The guy looks like he's 40 years old. He looks bigger and better than I do, and it's just great to have him around still doing such great stuff. So we have an appreciation plaque here just for all the years that he's given us in so many different directions. His books, his education, his talks. It's my pleasure to call him friend Terry Maas. All righty. So, you guys want the good news or the bad news? Bad news. So we've got 2 awards left, which is the overall top 10 divers in the entire tournament. Men's, women's, anybody could be in that top 10. And then we have individual awards for each division. That's the good news. We have individual awards. Bad news is they're not physically here. So my apologies for that. It's one of those things, they just can't control everything in life. We have a local chandelier, high-end chandelier company that Courtney works with, and he custom made some beautiful, what we call bling awards, really wild, really different awards. They all got boxed up, they're in the factory somewhere, and they may have gotten shipped to Russia or who knows where. So we're going to announce you all, and we're going to give you the gift certificates that the number 1 and 2 divers got, and then we're going to mail your trophies to you. So at least we're going to get you up here to do that with you. So that's going to be for the individual awards, which we're going to do last. Just give me a few more minutes in case those do show up at the last minute. So let's go into the top 10 awards for the top 10 divers. So these divers can come from any division. Most of them were from the men's division, but these are the very best divers that we have in this particular tournament. We're going to start off with, this particular diver got 4 striper, 39 carp, excuse me. This diver got 4 striper and 40 carp. He's our number 10 diver in the worlds, Guy Lemay.
Hey, Mike?
Yes.
9.
Oh,
9. Forgot about Richie. What
about 10?
Guys, number 9.
Yeah, I got a list here that shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Guy is number 10. Individual men's. So what we're trying to do right now is men's individual top 10. So why don't I just turn that off and I'll go over what I've got.
There it is.
So here it is. These are the top 10 divers in the world. Number 10 from South Africa. Sorry for the video mess up there. Alrighty, and going right into number 9, also from South Africa, his buddy, Charlie Maple. You guys are looking good in the suits, huh? All right, from the United States, Justin Lee, position number 8. 5 striper, 42 carp. She placed her in a grease, didn't you? Oh, you got her in grease, didn't you? He sent him to Greece to dive 180 feet. He did better there. Can you believe that? Okay, diver number 7 with 5 striper and 42 carp from New Zealand, Scott Madrid. Great job, Scott. Drove a long way to bring that boat out here. Alrighty, in 6th place, 2 striper, 52 carp from the Bahamas. Our top Bahama diver, Luke Nellis. I'm so stoked to have the Bahama guys here. These guys are so much fun. And anybody that will lay in a tub of carp like Gary did there, I just great.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike.
Good job. All righty, our highest performer from the United States. In 5th position, 3 stripers, 50 carp, Hanalei Adrian. Honolulu's got a ton of family here, so he loves coming to Las Vegas, and I love having it here and seeing him get to hang with his family too. They're a lot of fun. Well done. Anna's not used to picking up fifth place trophies, but in a world level, I think he'll handle it. So everybody came from the men's division except for our fourth place diver. He had 5 striper and 48 carp, and he is from South Africa. He's in the Masters division. He totally kicked butt at this tournament. I don't think he surprised everybody, but he surprised me. John, here's our, come on. Fourth place diver in the world.
Like a Johnny.
He brought his son along, we made him dive too, so it was kind of a family event there. Now we're down to our top 3 divers in the world, coming from New Zealand. 4 striper, 54 carp, one of my favorite divers, shows up every time, kicks butt, Ian Warnock. Alrighty, second place in the world. Hailing from Guam, 7 striper, most I believe shot, 53 pieces in carp. Just an absolutely fantastic job. Not exactly where he came from, but he just kicked butt every single day. Michael General.
No, it's video.
Nice to have family in the background. Well done. Well done, Michael. This guy worked his butt off for this. I want you to know he was out there diving his brains out very hard, very deep, a lot of different places. He put a lot of serious time into this. They started early. They hired the best guide on the lake. They had the best boat. They had the newest boat. They had the most expensive boat. And they worked their brains out. And they did a fantastic job. They really did deserve this. It's great to see South Africa really step up and take this seriously. These guys came in and really did a big job. And this diver got 6 striper, 63 pieces on the carp. So it's a lot of fish to be shooting in one day. Our top diver, world champion from the country of South Africa, Dieter Fogger.
Speech. South Africa, papa. Got you guys.
Say a few words.
That was a little bit surprising. Well, I don't really have anything planned, but a big thank you to obviously all of the competitors. I think that without the competitors, an event like this is not possible. To the organizers, especially to Mike, and some of the others that I know that have put a lot of effort and time into this. An event like this can only take an astronomical amount of time and dedication to arrange, not only from obviously your side, from the organizers as well. So just a big thank you all around. Thank you very much.
All right, we have Roger Yazbek in the house. Did Roger ever make it? No Roger, going, gone. All right, we are going to go into the individual awards, non-awards, since you're not here, but you will be shipped them, so make sure that we get your address. And we are going to go ahead and start with the juniors division. So these are the individual awards for each division. So the top divers in each division. Jay, you want to come up and give me one more hand here? So we're going to introduce all three. We'll get a group shot with all three. We're going to finish with the women so that we can get a great women's shot with everybody up here. And we're going to start with, let's start with the juniors here. In third place, Jordy Wilson. Come on up, Jordy. Third place, junior. Second place, junior, Kelston McGuire with US. Now the top two places in each division will receive a $500 gift certificate for Rob Allen equipment at the Free Dive store. If you're out of the country and you want to redeem some of that right now, then you go to the back and see Greg and Vanessa. They've got a whole bunch of equipment there. You're welcome to trade it in right now and save yourself a bunch of shipping, because shipping's not included. So our number one diver in the juniors division for this world tournament for the United States and Hawaii, Eli Lay. These are our three top divers for the juniors division in this world tournament. Hawaii, Colorado, and New Zealand. Well done, boys. These are the guys that are going to lead us into the next era of spearfishing. Thanks, guys. We're going to save women for last. Stay up here, Jay. Stay up here, Jay. Don't go away. I like your company. All right, I'm going to save women's for last so that we can actually do a big fun women's picture with all the girls up here. So let's go right into our next division, which is going to be the Masters division. In third place, got my video guy working on it there. I wanted to mess his name up again. But in third place, beating me by just a hair for the Masters division, representing Australia, Andy Reddick. We had numerous fabulous Masters, and it's, if anybody knows Andy, from all of his great years in Australia, it's just a pleasure to have him here. He's fun to give a hard time to, dishes it right back, but he's a fabulous diver, and it's just great to have him around at all times. We'll have him speak here in a minute for us. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, second place, representing Australia. Got 3 striper and 35 pieces on the card. Gunther Frindle. Come on up, That's what happens when you send a few extra masters there. You look really good. Alrighty, and our number one Masters individual from South Africa, 5 striper, 48 pieces of carp. Fantastic job he did at the tournament. Once again, John Carter. Our top 3 divers for the Masters Division in this first World Freshwater Spearfishing Championship. Great job, guys. Right now we're going to have a quick word from Andy.
I'm a bit like Calvin. I started drinking a little bit earlier, so you have to excuse this as well. I'd like to thank Mike for putting this on, Terry Maas for coming over, and everybody else, all the other workers who've done a great job here. All of the divers.
We can't hear you. Speak in the microphone, man.
All of the divers. Well, I'll start again there. I'd like to thank Terry, Mike, all of the workers. It's been a fantastic job. We've loved it here. The diving has been a lot harder and a lot tougher than what a lot of us thought it was going to be, and also a lot colder. And also all of the dives that come here. I said it's incredible to see such a world talent of diving people here, men's, women's, ladies, masters, everybody. And hopefully we're going to try, Australia's going to put in and try and see if we can get the one after New Zealand in 2 years' time for the Freshwater Championship. And I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andy. All righty, so let's go to our men's division. We actually have 5 awards for our men's top division placing. So this is the individual award, top 5 divers in the men's division. Number 5 from the Bahamas. Once again, 2 stripers, 52 pieces of carp, blue malice. Come on up. Alrighty, in 4th place for the U.S. in Hawaii, Hanalei Adrian. Come on up. Stand up here. Stay on up here. We'll get a group shot with you guys. Good job. 3rd place overall for the men's division, Ian Warnock. Come on up, Ian. Alrighty, and in 2nd place, same thing, Michael Generu from Hawaii. 2nd place in this division, and the $500 gift certificate. Top diver in the men's division. Also our top diver for the entire tournament, which you already got to see. Peter Bosinger from South Africa. Our top 5 divers in the men's division. Well done, guys.
Tips to the left.
So I apologize for not being able to hand out your trophies. Can't control everything in the world here. So I need to make sure I've got addresses for all you guys. I think I got emails for all of you, so I'll get emails to you, we'll get addresses and get trophies shipped off. Those of you that took 1st and 2nd got the $500 gift certificates for Rob Allen. If you guys want to do something with those right now, make sure you talk to Greg and Vanessa in the back left corner there, raising their hands. There's Vanessa. And they'll take care of you. Thanks, guys. Great job. So I think it's only appropriate that we do bring our women up for the last round because it's always special to have a good crew of ladies diving. And we've just got a great collage of gals from Ukraine, from new girls from the United States, some great divers from all over the place. It's just been fantastic to have this group come in. So we're going to go ahead and list the top 3 divers for the women's division, and then we're going to have all the girls come up here for a big shot. So let's start with 3rd place, Shelby Peterson from the United States. Alrighty, sneaking into second place from Australia. 2-striper, 20 pieces of carp. Fantastic job. Where is she from Australia? Hiding in the back there. Fantastic job. And I really should have Darren up here announcing this one, because our top woman for this World Spearfishing Championship is from New Zealand. It's Gemma Shields. Come on up. Gemma has worked her way around the block in Wyoming and diving all the weird spots with us. Squeeze in there, girl. Squeeze in with Jay and get a good picture. You've done a fabulous job. Hold up your posters there too. Show that money off. There we go. Girls did a fabulous job. We had 10 women involved in this tournament. We had 3 women's teams and the rest of them dove in mixed doubles divisions. So let's have the girls stay up here and all the other girl divers, if you'll please come join us. That would be fantastic. Got them all? Come on up here.
Sam. Kelsey.
Monique.
Kelsey. Hang on, one more. No, Brett. Kelsey. Anybody on that side is not going to show up.
Our youngest diver,
Anybody on that
12
side
years
is not
old.
going to show up. Shift in.
Probably our newest diver, Savannah McGuire.
Scoot in, Bree. There you go.
Savannah, where's Savannah?
Savannah, where are you?
Scoot in more.
That's a great idea. Yeah, sorry. Short people in the front.
Where's Savannah? We're missing one girl here. Savannah McGuire, right?
Yeah.
Hiding.
She coming?
Where's my teammate?
I went to the bathroom. Or dinner. Or both. Right after this, we're going to take about 5 minutes. If you need to grab a drink, if you need to grab some raffle tickets, or if you need to get signed up for Terry Maas's free diving test, you've got 5 minutes to get that done.
So you stayed at your hotel? I know, I was wondering. It was so nice to meet you. I have to come visit you. Diving. My girls, these are my girls, and they're smart fishing now too.
That was hiding back there.
Yeah, I have. Oh yeah, hold on. Here, pop up. Oh, I can pop up also.
Sorry.
Here, Dad, go on the side of her. Oh, there we go. Just a second, just a second. Here, come next to your sister. Here, next to Sarah. А вы подождите немножко.
Some that is to play with. Some that is to play with.
Okay, yes. Okay, let's just do Dad, Papa, and I.
I'm sorry.
Take over there. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. You better be careful. You have to come back, like a small ball. But I can explain that, for example, this
Okay, we've got about $5,000 in raffle prizes over there. Daryl Long Guns, JBL Guns, O'Meara Equipment. Rob Allen equipment, on and on and on. Sea Sniper gave us a suit. Palapas La Ventana, this is your last chance to buy raffle tickets. I would highly recommend buying some raffle tickets. Because when Duke Spackman wins all the cool prizes, you are not going to be happy. So get on over there. Last chance to buy raffle tickets. We're going to buy the red ones. So anybody that was a judge, a broke person, or worked their butts off way too hard in this tournament, is going to come up here and you're going to get a free raffle ticket and email it from me.
Hey, Dad, Jaylee, that's all you guys.
I don't know where it's at. I don't think it's over there. Oops, sorry.
I have the paperwork and do it in your car that I have.
Hey guys, I'm going to be hanging, but I just kind of have the camera set towards the podium. You guys can kind of hang out, get the feel for the room, and just if you want to keep watching, we're going to do like a raffle soon and stuff. But pretty much the awards are over. If I could find more people to do interviews with me, I'll grab them. Okay. And yeah, so I want to put the camera back on. Actually, I'll leave this camera on. That way people can see themselves. All right, guys. I'll be right back in a second. We'll mingle.
Bitches.
Okay, let's go find Mike. Right after this.
Was really good.
Yeah.
Hey, last call for raffle tickets. Last call. Last call for raffle tickets. If you're a boat driver or you slaved way too hard at this tournament, you get some free blue tickets. Come on up here and get them for your boat driver. Or fisherman. Or scorekeeper. Or
Snacks. Woo! I'm gonna put the camera towards the podium so you guys can watch Mike do the raffle, and I'm gonna eat this yummy dessert.
okay, last call for boat drivers. Last call to put your name in for the Terry Maas free diving safety vest. You're missing out if you didn't put your name in there.
Yeah.